Today, we're going to talk about the MPC, my first year review. We're going to talk about this bad boy right here. Hold on, let me turn this over. The Zoom H6. And we're going to answer a question at the same time. We might do a little 5-minute cook up or something. I can't promise you nothing, but stay tuned. All right, so we're going to start this off with a question answering. And this question is from Carlos Branch. He says, can you do a video on how to set up my MPC with a digital field recorder? I have the One Plus and the 37 key. I want to be able to record without the hassle of a computer. There's no videos on this. I know because I spent the whole last week searching for some. So Carlos, check this out. This is actually the Zoom H6 like we were talking about earlier. On an earlier video, I think it was the Hot Rod special, we were talking about it. So we're going to get a little bit more depth into this. So let me bring this over here just a little bit. And we're actually recording on the built-in microphone. I don't know if you can see this on the video, but it's got two built-in microphones. Hold on. I don't know if you can actually see this on the video. I can't go any farther. Can you see it? I don't know if you can actually see this on the vid. Damn. I don't know if all right. I don't know if you can actually see this on the video, but this right here, we got 4 channels. They're XLR inputs or RCAs. So you can put an RCA into this or an XLR input. For this example, we actually have 2 XLR inputs, which are running into the MPC that we're going to mess with in a minute. And then we got these built-in microphones right here on the top. So these bad boys, just in case you ain't got no mic, which unfortunately today I left my mic at the house. So while I came over to Bobby's studio, shout out to Bobby Benz, by the way. When I came over to Bobby's studio, I left my mic at the house. This thing doesn't like his mic for some reason, whatever. So we got the built-in mics, and that's what we're using, and that's what you're going to hear me on today. So when you use the mics, you can go out in the field, say like you seen the video where I cooked on the beach and all that good stuff. I was using this bad boy right here. And when I did that, I plugged the MPC into these 2 channels here. So you got a left and right channel out of the master. And you can kind of EQ it a little bit better because, I mean, if you got to turn the knobs before, you can see it in the actual meter. And one of the things that I want to say about this, if you decide to get this H6, right, there's a multi-channel button, right? So if you got channel 1 and channel 2 going into the same machine, if you hold that 1 and 2, it will put it together in the same channel. So when you go to mix that video, you don't have to go back and forth and try to even out your right headphone and your left headphone, because to be honest with you, it's kind of a pain in the ass. So you want to make sure that it's all evened out, and that just makes it a little bit easier. Like you can see it, and it's just one file. You just put it over the video on your favorite video editing software, CapCut, you know what I mean, whatever you use. and it just makes it seamless. So let's get into some of the perks of this bad boy, right? So it does operate on batteries, right? You don't have to have this plugged in. It does have a voltage spot right here, so you can plug this in if you want to. But if you're out in the field, like you're saying, this is perfect for that, right? It takes 4 AA batteries. I've had this thing probably on for maybe 8 hours since I put batteries in it, and it's still got half juice. So you got plenty of juice on this bad boy. Pause. So if you do take this in the field, right, I've probably had this thing on for maybe 8 hours. I got half batteries on it, so you got plenty of time to do whatever you need to do without this thing crapping out on you. So one of the perks that I love about this, not only just the adjustable dials and the fact that you can control the quality of the sound with it, because it's got this built-in little EQ system here, is the fact that if I'm making videos as content creators, y'all are going to want to pay attention to this. If you make beats, right, and you want this to come out clean, you need to get some type of external audio recording device. And the reason for that is, and you can see the first maybe 4 or 5 hookup videos, they were through the speakers because I didn't have this. And this isn't even mine, I'm borrowing this. Shout out to Twal and Twan for letting me use this thing. It's definitely made my cookup process a lot better and a lot easier. So shout out to him for letting me use this thing whenever I need it. But it makes the quality so much better, right? You're hearing what I hear instead of hearing through a speaker, which is essentially a filter, right? You don't get the highs and the lows that you hear when you're in the studio. So this is going to make that sound so much better. So that's one plus that I would say for this is just the quality. Number 2, right, is the ease of access, right? I don't want to have to run this into my computer and then have to record on the computer. It's very straining on the computer. I tried it before. You pretty much got to have a desktop for that to come out clean, or it's going to clip, or it's going to do all sorts of crap that you don't want it to do. I promise you don't want that. So this is just way easier. Number 3, it's not really that expensive. You can get them for under $200. They're really not that expensive. So I actually want to get the bigger one of this. I'm going to get a H8. I actually like that one, but this is perfectly fine for what I'm doing. I have no complaints with it. Perk number 4 is probably going to be this field recorder, right? These little mics right here, these 90-degree mics, you can turn them. In the future, I plan on making a sample pack. I've actually started working on it, so this is going to be fun. And some of the ambient sounds from the sample pack are going to come from this bad boy right here. So you might hear a Mustang 5.0 screaming down the street. You might hear some chickens, you know what I mean, random shit. But that's what you're going to get out of this bad boy. And this is going to help you bring that. If you want waves from the beach, this is the thing to do it with. And like I said, it's got them batteries. So you can literally take this anywhere. So let's screw with this for just a minute. Put this bad boy down. Let's turn that mic up just a little bit because I am farther away. And we're going to turn the MPC on. And you can see how this just fits perfectly. I'm going to slide this over just a little bit just so you can see that. This thing is beautiful for this, right? It streams right in, just fits right in. And then whenever you do your video editing, you just lay that audio over. If you got to do any cuts or anything like that, you can do them later. So let's open up an empty project. And let's use some of the packs. I don't use them that much, but they are fun. Let's look for some hip hop shit. Actually, you know what? Let's just do a program. Probably. Oh Lord. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. You gotta make sure that that's evened out. I must have moved it whenever I was transporting it. And this is actually cool that you get to see this live, so you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so that's even. You can see it on there. It's actually even. And then you can just control your audio from the actual unit. So let's open the kit. We don't need too much. We just need a little something, something. We're gonna use that Rich Gang kit. So when we go into this bad boy, right, it's just seamless. And y'all are gonna hear this definitely in just a minute. So let's lay that down real quick. Let's put that on like a 90. Nice quick little garbage beat. How you screw that up? Track 2, we'll overdub so that way I ain't gotta stop, because like I said, I'm not making a full beat, I'm just screwing around for a minute. what, maybe 5-6 minutes. That wasn't long. You know what I mean? And you can hear that. I didn't do no EQing or nothing. You know what I mean? We just put something simple. Something real simple, you know what I mean? Just tell it together. Alright, so that's how seamless that whole project is, right? And you don't have to worry about the quality. Like we said, you can take this thing out in the field. You can take it anywhere. You take it in the dungeon. It really don't matter. You can take this thing anywhere. So what I want to say is this is a big part of what I've been doing with the Let Me Cook series. This has changed everything. I'm grateful for this thing. I love the product. I ain't got nothing bad to say about it. It's really good. It's complemented this MPC very well, and which is my next point. So I want to talk about the 1 year review with the MPC. So I've had this for about a year. This Live2. It's changed everything as far as the way I make beats. I'm almost speechless with it. I've seen people say bad things about it. The only bad thing that I honestly have to say about it, and it's not really that big of a deal, they probably could have put some better speakers in here. So I've had this thing for about a year. The left side speaker, I've pretty much blown it already, but I do be quaking on these beats. So it's kind of expected. I kind of had it up loud a couple times. Probably shouldn't have. Whatever. It still works fine, but they probably could have had some better quality. The speakers are cheap to replace, so they're not expensive. So I plan on doing that. I just haven't got around to it. That's pretty much the only bad thing I have to say about it. The quality of this thing is a tank. I haven't dropped it or anything like that. This plastic, it seems like it would be cheap plastic, but it's actually very durable. It's comfortable on your legs. It doesn't feel too bad on your legs. Of course, you can put it on a tabletop or anywhere you want. My personal preference as far as an MPC, if I wasn't mobile, which I am, I move a lot of places when I make beats, but if I didn't, I would probably get an MPC One. But if you're mobile like me, if you're a nomadic person where you got to produce for somebody at their spot or they might not be able to get to you or vice versa, you got to come to them, this is probably the best tool as far as the MPC universe. The battery built in it, you can charge it at the house. You got about an hour and a half of good, high powered music before this thing dies on you. I haven't had it die on me. Every time I've gotten close, I've pretty much wrapped up whatever I had going on. So this hasn't been a problem for me. The platform itself, like I said, it takes a little bit getting used to, but you can't replace the quality that you're going to get from this with, I hate to say it, with any DAW. Any DAW, you're not going to get that quality. It's not going to happen. You can mix it all you want. This is pure quality right here. And there's probably some platforms that people say sound better, like the MPC 2000 XL. There's people swear by that. I would love to get one of those, by the way. They say that one sounds better. The 4000. It just depends on who you ask, but this is the best quality I've heard out of my music production career. I'm telling you, there ain't nothing like it. This is the meme when the dude turned all the knobs up and hit the button. I'm telling you, this is atomic bomb when you first use this bad boy. Boom! Finna just bomb on you as soon as you hit that first kick. So, if you ain't got one of these, you need to get one. If you're not mobile, if you got a house and you got a room for this, just get an MPC One. It sounds the same quality. The buttons I think are a little bit smaller on the one, but I've used the one before. It's not that big of a deal. You get more buttons on the side of a one, but I actually love this right here. I love how it's made. I love where the Q links are. I love everything about it. The only thing I probably wish I had that's not this is maybe like an MPC X, but then again, that thing is a tank. It's huge. So it doesn't move either. That thing is stationary. So that's pretty much it on this. That's my 1 year review. Y'all heard the beat. There's plenty of beats on the Let Me Cook series. Y'all got plenty to look at. So make sure that y'all check that out. And if you get one of these, spend the time with it, right? I see a lot of people, when they buy them, they don't spend the time with the machine. You actually got to put the hours into this. This machine is made for the person that's going to show up, right? When it comes to that 30 minutes you got at the end of the week, and you got that extra 30 minutes, are you going to make that beat or not? This is made for the person that's going to make that beat. It's like they just handcrafted it for you. Like, I hate to say it, dog. If you on the toilet, you can make beats with this shit. I'm just being real with you. You can say what you want. I'm just saying, you can make beats with this shit on the toilet. There's really no excuse with this shit. You can be in the doctor's office with headphones. They don't want to come out of the doctor's office. Hey, I'm waiting on the doctor. I'm about to cook this beat in here. People just going to be staring at you like you crazy and shit. But I mean, it is what it is. At least you can do it. So that's my 1 year review. I ain't got nothing bad to say about it. I love this thing. I'm probably going to be heartbroken when it breaks, and it probably is going to break at some point. But after a year, I mean, y'all seen the work. I be slamming them keys, bro. Not super hard, but like I be hitting the keys. It gets used. You can see the grease marks right there. Like you can't. It's probably not zoomed in far enough, but there's like grease marks where I have my sweet spot where I hit my fingers, and you can see where I hit it at, and you can see the keys that I don't use that much. Like that top right, it don't get no play. You know what I mean? I be all right here. So that's my review for that. That is definitely my review for that. So we got one more thing. Is this bad boy hooked up on audio? Ooh, it is. All right, so this goes out to all my chefs out there. Bobby Benz, Kirk State, Carbon Vibes, Manatee Flips, all y'all out there that be cooking beats, Mad Goon. So what we're going to have is called the CAB Challenge. So on the cook-up video that you're going to see coming out probably in a couple of days, we tried to make a melody, whole beat, out of the CAB sequence, right? So you're going to go... So you get them three keys right there, right? C-A-B, middle C if you want, A, B, anything you want to do to build on top of that, but you got to start with the C-A-B sequence. Tempo doesn't matter, nothing matters, you just have to build off of that melody. So that's going to be called the CAB Challenge. I need y'all to help me blow this up. If you want to do it, post your video, come back in the comments, let me know you did it. I'll come check it out. And I want to see what producers can make with that sequence. This is a basic sequence for beat makers. Every person that's made beats has used that sequence at some point. When using your first 100, 200 beats, everybody remembers that sequence. So I want to see what y'all cook up. Y'all gonna see what I cook up. It ain't gotta be nothing crazy. Just try to make something out of the sequence. And I'm gonna be looking to see what y'all cook up. Alright, this has been my first Tech Talk. Appreciate y'all for coming through, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace.